Hi, lovely, and welcome to More Than the Glass, a space for honest conversations about motherhood, alcohol, identity, and reconnecting with yourself. I'm Karen,
I'm Julia.
and wherever you are on your journey, you are so very welcome here because we deserve more.
Yes, we do. So today's episode is to try and help listeners understand in the early days becoming alcohol free. One of the most powerful things they can do is find something else that lights them up. So when alcohol is removed, it leaves behind all this time and energy, and there's like a lot of mental space. So rather than focus on what you're giving up, today we want to encourage listeners to discover something that they move towards. So finding your thing isn't about staying busy, it's about reconnecting with yourself, creating new sources of joy, and giving your brain a healthier place to focus. So thank you so much for listening, and let's take it away.
I don't know about you, but going back to those early days, it was just so it's basically the same as if you are or if you ever have been on a diet, right? So yeah, you're literally like, right, all like focused, all of this intention, best of intention, you're gonna do it. And what all you can think about is food. And it is like it is taunting you every waking minute. And I definitely liken the start of your alcohol free journey to that. It is everywhere. You're like, I think it's called reticular activating system or something like that. I'm no scientist, right? But the part of your brain switches on, and literally all you can see everywhere is that one thing you don't want to see. You cannot avoid it. It is everywhere, like with flashing lights taunting you.
The one thing you want to stop doing is the one thing you focus on all
Yeah,
of the time,
yeah.
isn't it? It's like
It's
there. The
mhm.
wine witch is talking to you so loud. There was this, for me, endless negotiations with her, like do this, don't do
Yeah,
that, do this, don't do that.
the battle
Um,
rules. Oh my goodness me.
yeah, and yeah, it was loud, it was constant,
Mhm.
and it's what makes people drink again, isn't it? It's
Yeah, it
like
is.
it's hard because it's so hard work. It's so hard work battling with
Yeah,
yourself like that.
it is. And again, I think it's one of the reasons why people flip flop. Um, but then the worst part of that is that is the worst part. That is the worst part. And once you get through it, I'm not saying everything becomes so much easier, but that is the worst, most intense part of it. And then you end up giving into it, and then you end up back in that point again. And it is that constant torture loop that you're putting yourself through, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think when it has taken up such space, like
Yeah.
so alcohol's taken up so much space,
Mhm.
now the talking about or the
Yes.
thinking about alcohol's taken up so
Yeah.
much space. But what it leaves behind is all this like this time, all this space in your life,
Mhm.
like um all this routine around it. Like sometimes like the going to the shop, the coming back from the shop, the pouring the drink, the sitting down with dinner, the drink after dinner. Like there's all this time now that you literally feel like you need to fill, or and you fill it by talking about it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
um for me at that time there was the the mental time when I was thinking, will I won't I?
Mhm.
There was a time that I wasn't actually drinking, like so say it was a way for me, I always think about the Wednesday night because I worked part-time. So there was the Wednesday in the office talking about it. Shit, if
Mhm.
I'm brutally honest, it was a Tuesday night. I was probably talking about it as
Mhm.
well. The Wednesday in the office, the drive home,
Mhm.
the Wednesday night, then if I've drank, it's the Thursday that I feel like crap. Like, so you take that out. There's what are you doing when you drive
Yeah,
home? What are you doing on Wednesday night? What are
absolutely.
you doing on Thursday
Yeah,
morning?
yeah.
All of a sudden, you feel quite at a loss,
You
I
do. It
would
is a loss.
say.
It is a, and again, I'm not drawing direct comparisons, but it is a form. You do go through like a form of grief because you have lost this thing that was such a
Mm.
part of your life that you had a relationship with, and you're missing it. And you have got to work through that, and then if you don't feel it, you're just going to be like, yeah, craving after it, and you can't just, if you just remove something from your life, you then trying to deal with that like deprivation. The way you do it more healthily is to then fill it with better things that are going to bring you that joy, just in a different way.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's not about what you're losing, it's about the time you're gaining and seeing that in another way and seeing that's a positive and filling it and finding something that lights you up.
yeah. And I think that's the mindset shift though, because at
Yeah.
first it feels like it's hard work, Karen.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
to
yeah.
tell people that they're fine to do something that they find joy in, and they're like, what? I've been numbing myself for the last 10 years, and now you're telling me now you want to start talking about joy?
Yeah.
Like, it's it is about distracting yourself
Mm.
initially, but it's about finding stuff that um try and not just look at it as a distraction. Like, it is about finding something.
And
Like,
actually, it's really exciting. It is such a, I don't know. Oh God, it sounds really naff, but it's a journey of self-discovery, right? And I know that sounds really like the, but it's true. When you start drinking as we did as teenagers, right? You don't know who you are as an adult. Like you don't know who you are, like what actually you enjoy and what makes you happy, what makes you tick, because we're so caught up in what the alcohol did for you
mm-hmm,
that
mm-hmm,
you've, well, we lost sight of who we were. We didn't really know ourselves. We
no,
didn't know ourselves as
no.
adults. You just knew yourself as a child. Um, so I think it really took me back to being like a 13, 14 year old girl and things that I used to love then, and thinking, oh my God, like I forgot that I loved this. I forgot the feeling I got from it's just,
Uh-huh.
it's amazing. And again, it sounds ever so dramatic, but it's almost like you are getting your life, you're getting your life, you're rediscovering your life. Uh,
It's such an opportunity to go and try and do things, like, as a means of distracting yourself from this space that's been created.
mhm.
You actually have more time, like, and people are always so busy, so busy, so busy, and now you actually have this time to go and try new. And we always say try something new, try um go back and do that stuff, or
Yeah.
like, um yeah, it's just, as I said, for me, there was running.
Yes.
I had never ran in my life, right? I hadn't, like, I would run to the carry-out shop before it shut, but that was about it.
Yeah.
And it was just about trying something new. And I was awful at it. I was absolutely shit at it. But Boris Johnson told us that we were allowed out for a walk or a run once a day. I was just doing what I was told.
Doing what you're told by Boris.
Right? But actually, I have now found this thing that I
Yeah.
love. And
Yeah.
I was signing up for runs here, there, and everywhere. And like, now that I've got a sore knee, I can't do it. I'm like, I miss it so
Yeah.
much. And the only reason I found that is because I was like, I need to find something that I can
Yeah.
do when I'm feeling like I
Yeah.
want to drink.
The weirdest thing for me is obviously because I didn't know you as a drinker. Like for me, running's just, that's just part of you because I've never known anything different. And it is, again, it's just part of your like identity. So yeah, it's mad, isn't it, that that was not something that was a
Uh-huh.
part of your
You
life.
see now, see when I drive past runners, like
Yeah.
I hate running past people that look like they know what they're doing. They just annoy me. See when somebody's like really struggling,
Uh,
somebody's really
yeah.
slow, somebody doesn't know what they're doing. It takes all my energy not to peep my horn at them because I think you're
Yeah.
finding something,
Yeah.
you're doing this
No.
for a
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
Like, not because you're good at it, it's probably you've been thinking about it all day, but you're doing this for a reason because, like, I know I was out pounding those streets going,
Yeah.
will not drink tonight, will not drink
Yeah.
tonight, will not drink.
So funny.
What did you do?
Oh God. So I think I did lots of things. I don't know that there was, so I did run, but I did run before. So I don't think necessarily like running was a thing like for me. I used to play that game with myself that I'd do a run and then that gave me permission to like have a bottle of prosecco. Do you know what I mean? All that nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Interestingly though, I'd say and not that it's about that, but my like performance, my pace and everything at nearly 49 years old is the best it's ever been in my life. Right? Go back
It's
20
amazing.
years and I didn't have like the athletic ability, not that I've got an amazing, but do you know what I mean? I wasn't as good as I am
You're
now.
fast.
Um, and I know that that's obviously down to taking better care of myself and you know they're not drinking, but something I have discovered since so there's two extremes, but something I discovered over the last like 4 years has actually been Zumba, and I love Zumba, right? I always loved dancing, and again, as a child, I danced. I did Latin, and I did ballroom and disco, and all of that. And then obviously, you stop, and then I got into
Mhm.
drinking and whatever else. But I just I love Zumba. I love the music. I love how it makes me feel. I love letting go, and I I'd say I probably feel so much more confident in my body through doing
Huh?
Zumba because I always felt really a little bit awkward in my body, and I didn't think I was particularly I don't know, like I don't know, I don't even know how to describe it, but I guess I feel a bit more body confident. I feel like I can do kind of like the sexy moves and stuff without feeling too awkward, and you just let go with it and it fills me with like utter joy. And I know that if I've had a I wouldn't say a bad day, I hate that term, but yeah, if the day hasn't panned out how I wanted it to, or I'm feeling like I need something, I know if I go to a Zumba class and I'm just going to have a laugh as well, because if I
Yeah,
mess it up, which 4 years on, you can guarantee I will still mess stuff up and like do my own kind of move or whatever, rather than what's actually in the routine. Like everyone just laughs and you just have fun and
uh-huh,
it
uh-huh.
just makes me feel good. But on the flip side of that, something else that I never knew I needed as much as I do is that space and that nature and that peace. And obviously, as part of my kind of not just my journey, but you know, our whole family, we moved to Yorkshire. So we like uprooted 200 miles. And again, in those moments when my mind is like full and I would have reached for the glass to to unwind and whatever else, I know in me that I need to just get out and have a walk. I just need to get in the
Yeah.
feet, or I just need to just be in nature and release. So yeah, I kind of feel like there's like two different sides of me. There's one that needs to release it in an energetic way, and then there's also
Uh-huh.
one that needs to like calm.
Yeah.
um but yeah, so I think that's that they would be the things for me, and you get so attuned to it as well, don't you? And you can feel it building up in you, and you just know, right, okay, I know I'm feeling like this. I need to do this.
Yeah.
I need to do that.
But like it can be, it's totally different things for different people, isn't it? Remember one of the women in there one's like was gutting cupboards everywhere she went. Like,
Yeah,
every time she came on a Zoom call, she's like, I've
manic.
gutted out this drawer, I've
Yeah,
gutted out that.
yeah, complete. The whole house was like
But
completely
she
like,
got such a sense of achievement out of that. Like that's not my bag. My spice rack is out of date like at least 5 years. But she was like in her element when she came on and told us how much her house is cleaned and she'd done this. And it was all things that she knew she needed to do all those years, but hadn't got round to because she was sitting drinking.
yeah,
One of our mums was like always started cross stitch and was doing like these incredible
mm,
creative
yeah.
things.
Another one with art as well. Do you remember doing the painting and everything?
Ah, it's
Right.
like, and this is instead of sitting on a couch with a glass of wine in your
Yeah,
hand. Like,
it's very interesting though, and I've only just picked up on this. But it's those creative things or those like almost like physical things, isn't it? I think like actually like maybe like doing um yeah, doing that activity.
yeah,
Quite interesting.
definitely.
Mm.
But I think it's like because it can become more than just a hobby. It's more than just a distraction. It's more,
Hmm.
as you said, there's confidence when you see yourself getting better at these things.
Yeah.
There's confidence created out of it, and like it's giving you like you're saying, oh, I really want to get that finished. I really, really want to get that wee painting
Yeah.
finished.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this. So you start carving out your time the way you would, the way you were, I need to go home for a glass of wine. I'm
Yeah.
going home for that paint by numbers finished. Or
Exactly.
whatever it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. And again, we talk about this so much. That dopamine hit from the glass of wine's flipping 20 minutes.
Uh,
Then it's gone. And then you try and get that feeling back because the second glass, the third glass, you ain't going to get that,
no.
you know? But doing something like a natural achievement where you can visibly see it, feel it, and like it's incredible and it just lasts and it can come back. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not just a one.
I always thought when I stopped this time, and I know I've touched on it the last time, but it
Mm,
was like my running.
mm,
I think what was so good was I was doing couch to 5K. I I'm a stickler for the rules. I stuck to the plan, right?
yeah.
So that first walk a minute, run a minute, I thought I was going to die. Thought I was going to die. And then that is gradually starts building up. And my alcohol free days were building up and building up. And then I remember thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do once I could run the 5K? And there was just things like when you start adding wee loops on your run. So instead of going home, I'll
Yeah.
run round that park. Instead of doing this, I'll run round. And the dopamine I was getting from that progression
Hmm. Hmm.
was brilliant. Like it really lit me up. It really put fire in my belly, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm going. And then you start like, I want to get faster. I want to go
Hmm.
longer. I want to do it more often. And for me, that is, I really do believe that me starting running and this time it's sticking is no
Hmm.
coincidence.
No, no.
I could physically see it. There was tangible numbers there, Karen, as
Yeah.
well as the feeling I was getting the dopamine hit that I was missing from the alcohol. But yeah, it doesn't need to be a physical thing. It can be whatever you want. Because some of our mums come to us at all different ages
Yeah.
and stages of life as well. It's what's going to make you go, I just done that.
Yeah. And you've done that, and that's the difference. Alcohol used to do it for you, but you're doing it, and
Yeah,
and that's where it becomes sustainable. That's where it's a true dopamine hit, and it hits so much differently.
it does. It
Differently.
does. And I think though we do like I think if I'm honest, I started kind of chasing that for a wee while. I
Yeah,
think
you
that's where there
do
was the
though.
races. The
Of
races get
course.
booked in my calendar,
Yeah.
and I'm I'm starting to settle. I'm
Yeah.
starting to just be like,
Yeah.
okay, this is fine. This is who I
Yeah.
am. But I have had to have things like quite big races in, quite big challenges in, because
Mhm.
I'm aware I'm still a bit of a dopamine chaser.
Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, I completely agree with what you're saying there. Yeah,
But
yeah,
eventually I get to the point where I'm like, okay,
you
this
do it.
is
Yeah. And again, and I think it is the further you go. And again, I was the same. I was just busy, like that first year of like this time. I was so conscious that I wanted to do it differently than I'd done it in my previous stints, whatever. And I was like here, there, and everywhere, like doing all these different mad things that I never would have done before, like abseiling down the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and all of these like crazy things. So I was like, right, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and that, and that, and that. Yeah, constantly like ping, dopamine, and then but then the further, I think maybe you just don't want those thoughts to like creep in too much.
mm-hmm,
But then the further
mm-hmm.
you go and the more comfortable you then become in yourself, the less you kind of feel that you need to be doing those things, and you get to that point where you're like, actually, do you know what? I'm pretty happy. Like this feels really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll always want those nice little dopamine hits. That's a natural thing, but yeah, you don't crave them as much, because you feel happy and you feel peaceful, and yeah, you just kind of, I don't know, just far more settled in your own life, aren't you? Bless you.
Thank you. It's like I'm not going to make it to the end without that coming out.
Yeah.
No, so yeah, our tip, the point of today's
Mm.
episode, I think, is to encourage people to find something, have fun finding it. Like it's a bit of an experiment. It's a bit of, do it with curiosity,
Yeah,
but have a bit of fun finding your thing. It is something in your alcohol-free toolbox which we actively encourage.
we do. And we'd love to know. We'd love to know as well. Let us know, like, what it is you do, what it is you've found, because the weirder the better as well.
Yes, yes. Let us know in the comments
Yeah.
wherever it is you watch or listen to this. Okay, doke. Well, I think we'll call it a day there. But thank you so much for listening. We hope that, as always, you're leaving this episode feeling seen, supported, and reminded that you do not have to do this alone. If anything in this episode has resonated with or you are curious about what more could look like for you, come and find us over at our circle. And until next time, take gentle care of yourself, because we deserve more.